face on there at the moment.
Nobody wants that anyway. Right, let me put myself there. There we go.
You can always, like,
I'm going to hold that
turn it
position.
there.
Pardon me. That was a bit naughty, wasn't it? There we go. That's not something you should do in public. It's very rude.
Oh, I think you dropped it.
Welcome to not San Diego.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Thank you very much, and welcome to TGS Live.
Hello.
I'm John Brown.
He's John Brown.
He's John Brown.
He's Keith Souch.
He's John Brown.
And that's Sarah Haskell.
I have no idea who I am now. Hi!
And we three...
Kings of Oriental.
Trying to light a cigar.
Okay. So it's San Diego Comic Con.
It is.
Well, here it's not.
No. Looking at the weather outside, definitely not.
No Golden Gate bridges. I mean,
No.
we've got some gay bars, but not as many as they have. It is. It's like gay mecca.
Is it?
Yeah, San Diego, definitely.
Oh, okay. I honestly did not know that. That's news
that's
to
the
me.
case, isn't it?
John would know about this, you see. He likes a gay bar.
There's Jack in it in San Diego.
I have to say, for the record, some of the greatest nights out I've ever had.
That's where Milk takes place, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm right.
Have been,
I'm not taking the piss.
With gay friends in gay bars. Just putting
Like,
that
San
there.
Diego is the American mecca for hipsters and LGBTs, whatever they are.
LGBT plus.
Yes.
BLTs.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
I'm
absolutely
sure
true.
you probably could have an awesome
Absolutely
night out
true.
then.
It is. It's like Hollywood is like the place to be if you're a Jewish billionaire.
Oh, I thought that was just for the plastics. See, I'm
I
learning
can't
all
laugh
this new
anymore.
stuff.
I can't laugh anymore.
Or an actor. Waitress.
I mean, stop it, because I actually think I'm going to be sick.
Right, so San
Because I
Diego,
laugh too much.
every year around about this time, loads and loads of us who wear these sort of t-shirts turn up in our droves
We do.
to what originally started off is have a look at a hall filled with comics for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And
Quite
it has
correct.
now become the most important year in the most important thing of the year for Tinseltown releases.
Yeah, and television as
I'm
well.
not saying it's been commercially bought out and ruined over the years, but basically it's been commercially bought out and ruined over the years.
So they've sold out.
Oh, big time. But that's good in one aspect, but the other thing is, it's
Commercial.
it's sort of lost some of its.
It's not for the inner geeks.
It's not for the people that go there now. Now it's for the companies trying to promote what they're putting out.
I've never been, so I can't
Well,
comment.
neither have we, but
Yeah, but we've seen the way it's grown and progressed.
Oh, of course, yeah, but of course.
and it's good that
I
it's
do.
grown.
The panels and stuff are fun, right?
But
Yeah,
they've
the
got
panels
rid
are
of one
great.
of the best panels though.
Yeah, they didn't
Which
find.
panel?
They didn't find. They weren't. They were unable to find room for Zach and crew this year.
What?
There is no Nerd HQ.
What the
Shocking.
shit?
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
That's one of my favourite
I've given money to
videos.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
so they are able
everyone's.
to have money to go online. It's like Nerd HQ is the highlight of
And the fact that they do
San Diego.
The thing with Fillion and like
Yeah.
and they
Tudyk and stuff,
raise,
and they do the whole thing and they raise loads of
they
money.
raise a hell of a lot.
Oh,
of money.
wow.
So the fact
Operation
that they
Smile.
couldn't-
So if they
the
couldn't
fact
be
that
there
they
and we're
couldn't-
telling you listening, donate to Operation Smile in
Yes.
their stead now. Like, that would be good. Because otherwise Fillion would be here and he wouldn't be watching us because we'd be watching that as well. And it'd be a lot more interesting and he'll be trying to beat his record by selling like a piece of toilet paper for like $1,000 or something
I would
stupid
buy
like that
it.
that he'd signed.
I would buy it.
Yeah,
So,
but it's
Would it be
Fillion.
used?
By Nathan Fillion?
Yeah.
He might
I
poke
would
his nose
pay
on it.
more for that. Definitely.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's a real shame. They're planning on coming back next year. I'm thinking now, right? They might be big enough to have their own event every year.
Oh, a con.
would be awesome.
As in a comic, their own Comic Con.
Their own, their own. Just
Just
that.
some sort of
They get a
HQ.
load of people together, just talk about these things, and people can go and watch and donate. And make money. Don't think it needs San Diego anymore. Because I'd watch it, and I know lots of people that would.
I'll be honest with you, yeah, I'd watch a whole weekend of Nerd HQ.
I mean, you always get the Weather Nights and all the like, including the man himself will normally be there unless he's on lots of drugs and has broken his leg.
I remember that, yeah.
He still turned up on a video.
He did still turn up.
Oh,
Did it
it's
really
not.
happen?
Yeah, he broke his leg
Okay.
whilst filming Avengers, Age of Ultron, and was unable to be there. He was going to be, so he came in on video feed, but he was on an awful lot of fucking codeine and all sorts of other stuff, and was very, very high. But still turned
And,
up.
I bet
and
that was
still
highly
did a
And then
video.
acted like he was the overlord of the people below him, being like Vivian
That's
and all that lot.
amazing.
Because he
Very
was on a
cool.
screen literally above them.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
then
might have
played
to-
with
And he
them.
was like, he was pretending to be their puppet master and
Oh, I'm
things.
going to hunt that down and have a watch.
It's a great one. I think it was Seth Green, like Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
All those guys. Basically, anyone that had been sort of involved over the years between Buffy and S.H.I.E.L.D. and
It's a great lot that, that do kind of stick together.
Yeah.
I like them all.
I think it's great. So, and also, you get great moments like Arrow singing Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah, I
That
remember
was
that.
nuts,
See,
isn't
yeah,
it?
these are all the...
All the
that-
bromances that are there, like sort of
Yeah,
between
no,
these
you're
people
right.
and all the rest of it.
You're right.
Yeah, Barrow
Yeah,
and
that
just
was great.
being there.
John- that's-
It's always funny. All of these guys get together and they have a genuine, heartfelt, loving, funny conversation with each other and with the audience and with people at home. And I think it's one of the best things that you can watch on YouTube. So, like, if you haven't subscribed to the Nerd Machine, Nerd HQ, do so now and check out all their old past videos. And let's hope they come back. We're not talking
If
about
not-
anything. We're just talking about.
If not,
All this.
boycott.
And Zach puts all that money to Operation Smile, and I think it's rotten that no one was able to find space for him in San Diego.
That's kind of shocking,
this time of
I
year.
think.
But I think,
Pretty
honestly,
bad.
if he turned up somewhere and
People
just
would
invited
follow.
people and told people it was happening, people would go and people would tune in and people would donate, and I think that would be a good thing.
Yeah, I think so. I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
And it feels very different this year as well. I've not... it feels... One of the first things I said to you when I walked in today is it feels very TV-led this year. Very TV-heavy.
But it's the year where everyone's starting to realise that TV and more so streaming services have taken over.
Yeah. Biggest example of that being the Will Smith thing, I think.
Well, yeah, John and I over the last couple of weeks have had an argument whether or not we should be reviewing Netflix movies
One of
beforehand.
many
And I said,
arguments.
my point was, yes, I think we should be concentrating on cinema. John was like, are you sure we're ready for that yet? And then along comes David Ayer with Will Smith in Bright, which sort of
And Joel
proves the
Edgerton.
point. Proves the
And
point.
Joel Edgerton.
Like, this is an
What could you
A-list
want?
movie with A-list actors and an A-list director, not going to the cinema, coming straight to the small screen. And
Viewing from your own home.
you can watch
in
it on your
comfort.
phone. If you really want to watch it in, like, 5 inches of screen, you can. Don't know what you'd want to, but you can. Or you can watch it on your 50, 60, whatever, plus 4K TV, and it'll be glorious. Anywhere you go. Can you watch them on your Apple Watches? Can you get Netflix on that?
Probably.
Probably. So you can watch it on an inch-size screen as well, if you want. I don't know what you would, but you can. And there has to be some sort of profit in that. And like people like the Academy and all that lot need to start recognising that fucking cinema does not mean
It's
in the
dying.
cinema.
Because
Well, it's divided, isn't it? There's two audiences, aren't there? And there's the for and against parties at the moment.
I just begrudge paying the amount that you have to pay to go to the cinema nowadays, so I would rather watch it from the comfort of my own home, where there's no screaming children, where there's no raging alcoholics moaning.
Where there's no really fat man with his kid sat behind it and all the fucking food in the world. Like all the food.
Yeah.
They had bags
All the bags
of it.
opening
They
and
had bags and
all the
bags of it through
kids
Spider-Man.
kicking the back of your chair.
I was going to say, is this personal recent experience?
Yeah,
that
we
you're
went to
reflecting
see
on?
Baby Driver
We
and
did a cinema day.
and Spider-Man in one day.
What a day's viewing that
Oh.
was.
It was, but that cost us the best part of 50 quid.
Yeah.
Not
And that's
including lunch.
ridiculous. Cinema used to be the cheap trip out,
Yeah, it used to be
and
like
it's not that at all anymore.
2 to 3 quid. As you go and watch a film.
Yeah.
You
Now
know.
you pay.
And you don't mind spending like 3, 4, 5, 6 quid on popcorn when you've only spent 2, 3 quid on fucking cinema tickets.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how they justify the price of cinema tickets these days.
So now I would rather go to a certain supermarket chain
Especially as they
and
make most
spend
of their profit off
£1
popcorn.
on a bag of popcorn that's this big and sit on my sofa watching something good.
Whereas you can just spend £8 for full
HD.
full 4K, £8 subscription gets you full 4K, and up to 8 members of your family can use it at any one time. That's £1 each. Come together and do that shit for the month, and you get all the big brand new releases on TV. And
So you're not just paying £8 for Bright, you're paying £8 for all the things.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Bargain.
the stuff that's there, and obviously this, I think Bright shows that this is going to be the start
And
of a whole new
is
thing.
Bright worth £8 of your money if you were just to do it just to watch Bright?
Well, it certainly looks that way
But
at
that's
the
the
moment.
thing with Netflix. Even if they're not getting subscribers, there might be people that will pay that one price just to see that one thing.
I'm going to disappear. For
And
a
then come
moment.
on. Why?
Oh, okay. Right.
Things are
We're
occurring.
good.
Yeah.
We must look at them. Anyway, yeah, I think that's justifiable in that certainly for the price of a subscription, it's incredible value for money. Incredible, considering that you have at any one time Netflix has how many thousand titles available to you in the moment,
And you can watch it all at once.
and that's television and film. It's not just
So even if you didn't want to be subscribed to Netflix, you just wanted to watch the, let's say, the Defenders series over, Daredevil, etc. So 1 month you spend £8 or £5 to £8 depending on the subscription you're getting.
Mhm.
So let's say £5 for the
Mhm.
least. You want to watch it once, you watch it, right, and then you don't renew your subscription the following month. And then
it comes out on DVD.
comes out. Wait, no, don't worry about that. Then the second season comes out a few months down the line, be it Jessica Jones or the season 2 of Daredevil. You subscribe again for that 1 month. That cost you £5.
Can't go wrong, really.
To
can
buy
you?
it on DVD is going to cost you
19,
20 quid.
Yeah.
If you went to see a film at the cinema, it's going to cost you 19, 20 quid. But, and then you've got a month and you can do whatever you like, and then you realise, fuck it, might as well have this the whole time. It's the perfect business model. And
Which
why?
is why it's hugely
Because it's
successful.
cheap.
And it's going to take over the world.
It's cheaper than all the other options.
And which is why it's hugely successful.
Yeah.
Massively successful.
I mean,
to the point where they're coming in as the highest bidder for something like Bright
like Go.
over a
Exactly.
studio.
Take Go, for example, or whatever it is. The Sky fucking thing, Sky Go.
Sky Go, yeah.
Right. That's what, to subscribe to that, that's $14.99 a month.
Do you know what?
Right?
Yeah.
And
I
it's only a
guess.
very select amount of things that you can get on there.
Okay.
Is that worth your time? When you could have Netflix for £5 to £8 a month. £8 being the premium price for everything.
Yeah,
Every
I mean,
top price.
Netflix is...
It's not worth it.
in
Sky,
terms of-
Sky is so behind the fucking times.
Netflix is certainly worth it in terms of the pricing. Sky does have a huge selection of box sets available, but then again, so does Netflix.
Also, if you're only watching Netflix and Amazon, you don't need a TV licence, so that'll save you fucking 120 quid a year, won't it, as well? So, like, fuck off TV, because there's nothing worth watching on it. Like, just get rid of it.
The TV licence. Viva la resistance.
I
that
love
shit.
how you two are on a mission this week. This is great.
Ah, it's fucking bollocks. Like, the TV licence, I'm only going to pay for something that gives me a service worth fucking buying, you know?
Why would I want to pay, what was it, £120 a year? Is that how much it is?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah. Why would I pay that?
You wouldn't give
for
an
one-
amputee 100 quid for a hand job, would you? You know what I mean? And that's exactly what you're doing by giving the fucking 100 quid to BBC for, like, programming. Because all you're going to get is a fucking year's worth of EastEnders and fucking repeats of shit that was on last week. Oh, and then, oh, no, it's repeated again from the week fucking before. And that's what happens on the BBC. So, fuck the BBC.
I second what he says.
But, if they were to ask me, instead of paying 120 quid for the year, say, if you pay me $9.99 a month and we will give you our entire back catalogue whenever you want it, that might be worth my time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would buy that shit.
All the faulty towers and shit.
Fucking-
And
all the Doctor
Only
Who's.
Fools.
Only Fools and All
Yep.
Series, all the Doctor Who, fucking everything
Wow.
they've got. Like Monty Python,
Yep.
fucking all of that shit.
Can't
$9.99 a
go
month.
wrong.
Same amount of money, less amount of work because you ain't got to make new programming. You just give us the old stuff and we'll be happy for quite some time whilst you have an idea of what new programming could be. Once you, recast
have no-
fucking Top Gear again for the 4th time or whatever the fuck you need to do, like to try and get some sort of viewership. It's crazy. Oh, speaking of the BBC, so Doctor Who was announced,
Yeah.
right?
Ooh.
What was her name?
Can't remember.
Jodie Whittaker.
Jodie
Jodie Whittaker.
Whittaker,
Right,
yeah.
nothing against Jodie Whittaker. Nothing at all. Nothing against the new showrunner who did Broadchurch. Both Jodie Whittaker was in Broadchurch as well. So,
So was someone else.
So, yeah, David Tennant was in Broadchurch.
Can I speak as a woman
Mm-hmm.
Because
no,
I
you're a
think...
woman, you're allowed to talk.
Hush, man. Shh. Shush.
Yeah, no, I was in the middle of making a point.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was in the middle of my rant.
I want to make a rant.
Right.
Carry on.
Right, okay. So
Can I just get the popcorn?
So, fucking, no offence to Jodie Whittaker, right? Now, this is the BBC's problem. I am not against a female doctor. At all, right? And I know you're thinking, you're that fucking people that are saying you're not against it, but you secretly are, and maybe I am. Who fucking knows? Right? Right? But, is this the time to be changing shit up? And I don't think they think it is either, because otherwise they wouldn't have given us a fucking reveal 6 months beforehand. Right? And they're doing that so we won't turn over on fucking Christmas Day in shock going, fuck this! Which, unfortunately, look at the country we live in right now, that's what will happen. Like, the only way it could have been worse is if, like, I don't know, they'd be Middle Eastern. Like, people just go...
Oh, people would be in uproar!
Yes, you know, fucking... Can't have a foreign doctor. That would be worse than a female doctor. I think if it had been a female foreign doctor, the whole country would be in uproar. Fucking,
yeah, there would be protests and all sorts.
Dr. UKIP, that's what it would be. Like,
Nigel Farage would be there right at the front of this.
That's unfortunately the country we fucking live in at the moment, and that's a bad thing, right? So I'm not against.
Oh yeah, we're not condoning any of that.
No, don't get me wrong. Right? I am all for a female doctor, but in a time when you're just coming off what has been the lowest ratings Doctor Who has had in the last 12 years. Is now the time to be...
2005, wasn't it?
Like, and everyone's going, oh, we needed... People wanted more like Matt Smith and fucking David Tennant because they were great, and Peter Capaldi, not to his detriment, this is all on Moffat, as far as I see, because he was the showrunner and he was the one providing the way the series needed to go, and it was going the wrong way. Clara was too important, too big for her own boots, too stuck up her own arse. I'm glad she's dead! Like, fucking... And then what you need to do is sort of go backwards, take a step back a second, right, and give us a sort of younger, more charismatic Doctor again, which is a shame because Capaldi was awesome this season. It's been it's probably my favourite Moffat season entirely, which is weird because it was his last one. It was one of the strongest ones, like because there were great Smith episodes, but there were never great Smith seasons.
I'll agree with that. Yeah, that's agreeable.
This was a great season of Doctor Who.
I've enjoyed this season very much,
so,
actually.
The strongest Moffat season. And now they're going. And now people have got to repair the damage. And what they're going to do is they're going to alienate it again, and they think it's not going to work. And I'm not against this working. I want it to work so badly. But I'm telling you now, if come Christmas Day they're missing 1 million people to what they're expecting to have, this experiment is not going to last. And I think it's a shame they're going to do that now, instead of building people's confidence back up in the thing and then doing it, and then you can make it work. It will work. It will work better. But people are still too shaken with not getting what they were used to. Mm-hmm. So to do it now is going to do it a detriment, and it's never going to get. And it'll fuck up, and it will never happen again, and that's a bad thing.
And
that's the point I'm making.
And Jodie Whittaker gets caught in the crossfire with that.
Whoever gets that role is going to get caught in the crossfire, and I think it's a real shame that doing it now means there may never ever be another female Doctor. And that's the point I'm trying to make. And I think that is a bad thing. I think having a female Doctor is fine. I think whoever is the best actor should get that role. Okay? I don't see the point of the gender bending, but if you're going to do it, get the best actor and make everything great.
And this is my point.
Okay. Leading on to your point.
Thank you very much. I agree. Could be man, could be woman.
Could be fish.
Could be dog.
Could be anything. Whoever is the right person, go for it.
Doggo Who.
I like it. Why is the psychic never an animal? Apart from...
Canine.
Yeah. But he wasn't real. Anyway.
He was real.
Anyway, my issue with it is I can't stand fucking Jodie Whittaker.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. Every time she's on screen, I'm like that.
She is a bit of a po-face actor.
She makes me want to hang myself.
Oh.
She's so depressing. Her face depresses me.
It actually worries me as well, because Broadchurch isn't the most cheerful of fucking programming.
And anything she's been in hasn't been cheerful.
What we don't
It's
need is a
all
Norwegian style Doctor Who.
It's all been woe is me, woe is
Oh.
me.
Because that seems to be the way a lot of the BBC programme is going, isn't it? The Norwegian, dark, gritty style of
Murder
programme.
shows.
Yeah.
Which are great in their own universe.
Broadchurch works.
Yeah, Broadchurch
And
really works. Very strong drama.
That annoys me because they've got this woman to be, she's going to be held up as the first woman Doctor.
And has
By
been.
her. There are so many more
Who would you
stronger.
want? Female.
Ooh.
Jane Horrocks.
Oh, she would be amazing. Do you know what? I
Jane
never
Horrocks.
thought of her.
That's a great choice.
She would be
well,
amazing.
yeah, that's a yeah.
See,
Okay,
someone
yeah,
like that as
I,
well.
I could
Someone
buy
like that.
into Jane Horrocks
People
as the
will
Doctor.
watch Jane Horrocks.
Because she's a strong actress.
And funny.
She can do everything. She's not just I'm going to sit here and cry and make myself look sad all the time, because that's pretty much all Jodie Whittaker does.
What was her face?
I
Fucking,
don't think I've ever seen her smile
Carter
in anything
was,
she does.
Peggy Carter was, what's her name?
Hayley.
Hayley
yeah.
Atwell.
Hayley Atwell.
She was on the possibility list.
Yeah, she's great. She's really, really great. I love Agent Carter. I'm really, really sad that there's only 2 seasons of that. I'll be honest. I really love, and I love her character.
Yeah, she's got some assets she could have lent to the role.
There's 2 things I
That's
like.
going to be weird.
There's
like,
2 things I like
with the
about
female
Hayley
Doctor.
Atwell.
You were doing so well.
With the female Doctor, that is going to be weird. I know. Like a lot of female fans of Doctor Who over the years, in recent years, have been happy with David Tennant and Matt Smith.
Yes, very.
It's going to be weird being a male viewer and having,
Oh, yeah.
isn't it? We've only ever seen Doctor Who one way.
So it's going to be weird that you fancy the Doctor.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's odd.
Do you fancy her then? Do you think she's...
No, but like
Okay.
you stick someone on TV enough, people start to.
Not when your face is like that all the time.
But we could all be wrong, and it could all work
Yeah,
out
like
great.
that.
We could be wrong. It could work out all great. It could be fantastic. Could be.
You could, but
Could be.
I can't see it happening.
So,
And as a woman, I find that...
so that's sort of Comic-Con-y related news happened last week, and I said, "Oh, there's no way they're going to reveal who the Doctor is."
I'm glad. No, I'm glad that we addressed it, because it was like right after last week's podcast.
Oh my lord! I'm stuck now.
Oh wow, gas emissions. It was right after last week's podcast, more or less. So
Yeah.
So it kind of needed to be the first thing on the agenda, really, as well as Comic Con, because that's happening.
The
right now
only
around
benefit
us.
of revealing something like that 6 months beforehand is to prepare people.
So that we get used to it.
I've heard people going, "Oh, it's because Game of Thrones is on TV and they don't want the attention all going that way." It makes no fucking difference. Game of Thrones is the fucking #1 rated TV show in the world. Doesn't matter what you do, people are going to talk about it. And then by the time fucking it comes over and is finished in September, there's still 2-3 months before Doctor Who's back on TV. So it's not that. It's to prepare people, and it's them covering their own asses.
I feel like I've walked onto the set of like this week's TGS Live. It feels like this week's TGS Live is being directed by fucking David Lynch or something, because I've just come to do this as normal, and you guys are like, yeah.
Right, okay, so
what the fuck is happening?
other shit that's going on at the moment. So Marvel versus Marvel Capcom, whatever it is now, Infinite.
And you played the beta.
I played. I played the opening of that. It's kind of shit. Like,
I do.
and I'm a Street Fighter fanboy, right? And I've loved Marvel Capcom as it is. I own all 3 of the games that have been available so far, but it just goes to show how far behind they are.
I haven't played them for ages.
Neversoft and what they're doing over there with Mortal Kombat and Injustice. Because basically it does look like they're taking... Oh look, Mortal Kombat and Injustice are doing these storylines and they look quite good. And basically these storylines consist of 2 to 3 random characters getting together and just saying each other's names in some form, fighting some sort of battle that we don't care about. Because Asgard and fucking Planet X from Mega Man or whatever have been merged, so the 2 main villains from like Ultron and fucking someone else from Mega Man have been joined together and they're the villain, and it makes no fucking sense. They just get together and they go, "Ha ha, come Mega Man, let's fight." Because okay, Thor, and then they fight. and there's a big loading screen on. And I understand it's the beta, but when you're playing the story mode of the Injustice games, the story leads directly into the two people fighting. There's no cutting in between. The cutscenes then become the actual fight screen, and it's smooth and it's brilliant. And there's actually a story. Like you can, a cutscene in Injustice can last up to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But of purely great animation and good storytelling and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
This just seems like, I don't know, a wanky waste. You know?
I like that.
Is it done for the sake of doing it?
Yeah, it seems like it's done for the sake of doing it. It's the loosest possible fucking storytelling you've ever seen. Storytelling that isn't deserving of Capcom, let alone Marvel. Right? So, kind of got a fucking issue with this piece of shit. The fighting... I hate it when you're in a game and you're forced to lose. There's a fight in there.
How does that work?
You're forced to lose the fight. You can't win the fight because otherwise the story doesn't go on. If that's the case, make it a fucking cutscene. Otherwise, what's the point of me doing it?
Yeah, that does seem a little bit pointless.
I get to fight the main boss within the first 4 or 5 fights, and I thought, there's no way I'm winning this. I'm not supposed to win this. I'm fighting my arse off. It goes on for ages.
Yeah, so you might as well just not fight, wait for him to...
Yeah, kill me.
Oh, that seems really ridiculous.
I knew it. His energy kept going down, then I get it up, and then it go back up again. So in the end I gave up and I died, and lo and behold, the story continued.
Woohoo!
There was no way you were supposed to fight the boss at that point. I knew that was going to happen. I thought, let's see if I can still do it. You can't, so what's the fucking point?
That does seem...
So very disappointing. They tried to take what was a good concept from Injustice and Mortal Kombat, what they're doing, and they just don't seem to have succeeded at all.
Trying to do their own version of that, and it's not paid off.
Sorry, I was doing my own Injustice here.
Oh, okay.
I definitely
not
don't.
Central.
I definitely don't think
He's not Central.
Because he's
OCDs.
about to kill him, though.
there is no, and yet no justice is being done for Injustice
Okay, he
with
won't
this
die.
poor recreation.
It's alright, I'll sort him. Look, is he centre now?
No, they're offline.
No, they're not.
They are. That's not how I do.
No. See, I get that.
I'm in trouble now.
That's it. You got to leave them. Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good fight, though.
That's aesthetically pleasing.
I thought making them fight was
He won't.
They're not toys, they're collectibles.
He won't be able to concentrate if they're out.
No, I can't. I've got OCDs. I'm sorry. It's just the way it goes.
Well, you should not apologise for having obsessive compulsive disorder. I won't have that behaviour here. Thank you.
Viva la resistance!
Yeah, literally, it's made me itchy.
No.
See, what you can't see is Robin lines up perfectly with the record button. Dead centre.
There we go.
There we are. So I know for a fact he's dead centre of the screen. Right. Anyway, I've lost my fucking train of thought now.
Marvel and Capcom is not very good.
No, I'm not looking forward to it.
But something else you played this week, you did enjoy so far.
Yeah, I played a bit of Destiny. Destiny 2's coming. So it's nice to have game news, isn't it, on a gaming show?
Yeah.
It's alright. You know, it's Destiny. They get the beta is a lot shorter than the beta was for original Destiny, but this is probably a good thing, because anyone remembers a couple of years ago when we got to play the beta for Destiny, you got to play, I think it was almost like 7 hours of stuff.
I remember this.
Like 5, 6, 7 hours, and then you could play online for as long as you can, build your character up to the maximum level you could in the thing, and then the main game came out and you had to restart. And that was frustrating, because you had to do that fucking first whole lot again, and you'd already done it once. So I think a lot of people complained about that, because they didn't just allow you to continue on with your progress.
Including you?
Yeah,
As
I
I
did complain
recall.
about it. So only giving me the opening sequence was probably a good idea. Nathan Fillion's back, all the voice actors are back. It actually seems like there's more of a story going on, which is kind of odd, because it starts off from the endings of the last stories, and there wasn't much story going on last time, so I failed to see how I would already have the emotional attachment to really care. Everything's getting blown to shit, but it's good. It's a Bungie shooter. Straight away, the shotgun feels like a Bungie shotgun. The assault rifles feel like Bungie assault rifles. All the oversized, overkilled weapons are great. The double vertical leaps. Straight away, if you play Destiny, you know the controls of this game, and that's a good thing. But
Here it comes.
is it also pointless to now have a second version if it's so close to the first?
Dun 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 dun.
Could they not have just yet again offered another expansion similar to like World of Warcraft or whatever and the other online MMOs? Did you need to suddenly start it all again? Maybe they did just so they can step away from the overall fuck-ups that happened with the first game. So they can try and go, we've managed to repair a lot of this, so now let's see what we can do now we've been given the time to do it.
And it will cost you £1,000.
Probably in total by the time you finished.
$1 million.
Yeah, well, close to that.
Is that your impression of the EA boss?
I think it's Activision. But
Is it Activision?
Yeah.
I do apologise
Oh,
to EA.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's at least when EA give you a demo like through the vault or whatever, any progress you made moves straight on to your actual game, and I like that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's like playing a demo and then
It's nice.
unlocking the
Yeah.
full game when you buy it.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
it's good. So yeah, kind of okay. Still unsure whether I'll buy it. I know that Ruben will. He definitely will. He'll put all of his money into that, whether he wants to or not. By this point, it's probably his most played game in the last like 10 years, if not longer. Chances are, flip a coin, he's probably playing it now, as we speak.
Ruben, are you playing it now?
There's every chance he is.
He's
Right.
playing the Destiny beta.
So, well, not just Destiny.
Or the
beta.
first.
I mean, just like any kind of Destiny.
Any Destiny.
He's
Yeah.
either playing some other game or Destiny. Like, this is his choice of some other game or Destiny. 50-50.
Why is he not watching this though?
He might be.
Best be.
We don't know who that viewer is, so he's gone. Since we pointed him out and we're taking a piss. We just reminded him he needs to play Destiny.
Now he's gone!
So that was that.
And you then...
So you kind of not overly enthusiastic about.
I'm not overly
Stuff
enthusiastic about the series, to be honest. I've got all of the stuff for Destiny.
We had an entire podcast on this called The Taking of Your Money.
Yeah, we did. I think it was actually... Jesus, that might have been our first TGS video.
May it be.
I think it was.
May it be.
Like Destiny, the taking of your money. Is it the taking thing?
Was it indeed?
I think it
001.
TGS first video.
Mm.
Nice. So yeah, brings us around full circle. Not full circle, there's loads more to do.
Yeah, no, we're not. We
I
went
was going to say, do we just need to walk off now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go over the set. We've done it now. See you later.
Right, so in other news.
In other news.
What news?
Yeah, come on, John, give us some news.
Oh, wow. I
Any
love
news?
that. In other news.
Comic-Con related, because it's Comic-Con week.
Yes, it is Comic-Con related.
What's
What were the
Comic-Con
other cool things to come out at Comic-Con so far? New Kingsman trailer
Oh, I love
and the
it.
Kingsman Archer video.
Kingsman
I
Archer,
love it, love
Yeah.
it, love
yeah,
it.
that Kingsman. Well, it makes sense to me that Kingsman and they're not called ISIS anymore, are they? What are they called now?
No,
No, they changed that, didn't they?
And
wonder why.
Archer and Friends are in the same universe. That would make perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Like,
That would
you
make-
could do a Kingsman animated series similar to Archer and have them cross over, and I would be
Or we could just do-
very happy.
or we could just do an Archer
Live action movie
action.
with
And-
John Hamm.
Yes. I'm just not going to speak today. I'm speak my words for me.
That's fine.
What are they in the movie though? The American kind of Kingsmen are called something else, aren't they? They've got a really cool name.
The Septics.
Is that what their names are in the comic?
No, it's the Statesman.
The Statesman. Thank you.
No, weirdly, there is no comic book for it.
Oh, is there not?
What do you mean? I'm confused.
No Secret Service 2. Certainly not as of yet. Secret Service.
Ah, so
But
this
you remember,
is...
this is a whole thing. Secret Service and the Kingsman were invented by Vaughn and Millar.
Oh, okay.
Right? They created the whole idea together, and then they went off to the separate mediums and created something at the same time.
Mhm.
It's not like Kingsman was based on Secret Service, and Secret Service was not based on Kingsman. The idea was both of them.
Happened at the
The
same
comic
time.
book didn't come before the film. They came out together.
They came together!
It was an idea the two of them had because, not only are they collaborators, but they're also good friends, and they had this idea, and they wanted to see something like an old school spy thing with their own sort of twist, and that's what came out. Yes, you had the same characters, just about, on and off. Mark Hamill was himself in the comic book, but played someone in
the movie.
In the movie, so that was kind of cool. There's some similarities there. There were some differences. Altogether, it's all very cool.
I think and the new trailer just adds coolness to the original trailer, and we're seeing the heavy lineup. The other, actually, Kingsman related news.
Are they? The
Are they?
septics.
The septics.
Quite septic.
I don't know, because the thing
The
is,
septic pig?
in the mind of Miller, that could be a thing. You don't
They
know.
wouldn't call themselves the septic tanks, would they?
No, obviously not. Was at the panel for Kingsman, Channing Tatum and the rest of the crew dared Halle Berry that she couldn't drink an entire glass of whiskey, so she did it in front of the whole panel.
That's sensible for you kids watching.
Don't.
There are no
Halle
kids
Berry.
watching.
Halle Berry. What's in no kids watching? It's YouTube. Kids use YouTube. Hey kids, drink a lot. Halle Berry says it's okay. Alcoholism confirmed.
What's interesting about this is this made world news. Halle Berry downs whiskey at Comic-Con press
Do you
conference.
know what happens to a toad when it drinks an entire pint of whiskey?
And that is
The
what.
same thing that happens to everybody else.
You
Apparently
throw
she
your
spent.
guts
I haven't
up
seen it.
everywhere.
We need to look at it. But apparently she.
Does
Apparently
she hurl afterwards?
Apparently she spent the rest of the panel every now and again just putting her head down into her hands. So
What an idiot.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah.
that happened.
The fact that it's major news as well.
Oh yeah, it's big. It's a big news story.
It's-
It's one of the biggest stories to come out of Comic Con in
I'm
terms
surprised.
of world press, not
I'm
actual
surprised they
geek
cast
press.
her. I mean, I wouldn't have put her near any kind of comic book movie.
I've sort of.
So-
I'm not really a big fan.
It's a weird one.
I'm sure Matthew Vaughn has his reasons.
Maybe he fancies her.
Maybe. Who knows?
But it's got a stunning cast.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
really looking
I'm
forward to it.
looking forward to it.
I'm
yeah.
really looking
Yeah.
forward to it. And I love the version of My Generation they've used on the new trailer as well, which is really exciting. I was like, oh wow, this is awesome. And then the trailer is awesome. In fact, everything about Kingsman is fucking awesome.
Talking of good trailers, I love the use of "Come as You Are" for
Defenders, yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Incredible.
It's amazing.
Absolutely incredible.
Slowed that down perfectly. Kurt's voice. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
alone could make me just want to watch
I'm really
it.
looking forward to that.
Just-
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver is a big bad.
Turns out she's also a big fan of the series up until now. Had already been watching it herself.
Oh, all the Jessica Jones
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Daredevil.
I think
That's amazing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It just shows what I've.
Well, she says as a New Yorker, she's a fan of anything sort of set in New York. So
Good on
She's
her.
a big Marvel fan because Marvel, Stan Lee has always prioritised New York in everything he's done.
yeah,
So, in fact, like any Marvel movie, you'll see New York is as important a character as any other character in that
yeah,
as well. In
Definitely.
books, in all mediums that Marvel's
absolutely.
done. So yeah.
No, it's looking really good. Stellar cast, quite literally a stellar cast now. They're all bigger for what they've done. Be it Game of Thrones or whatever, is all added to all of this. Charlie Cox, sort of really cut his teeth and came on our screens as Stardust.
Again, Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah. So working off anything by Neil Gaiman is only going to fucking be good, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm looking forward to this a lot. I think it's going to be great. Because they've taken time with it. And that's something, again, that a TV series gives you that films can't. The only reason the MCU is working is because of the time they've managed to take, and not everyone can or should do that sort of movie universe.
What are you poking at there?
Where should we start?
Right. Okay, so the
Sounds
Dark
like
Universe,
way
I've already talked about the Dark Universe. It needs to go away. It needs to go away. I'm not convinced that the fucking DC universe is a good idea. I think all of these things they've done so far, if they didn't have to feed into something else, could have been better on their own.
And with today's news story that Ben Affleck is Batman, that Warner may be encouraging to usher him out as Batman.
I mean, look at Wonder Woman. Does that need to be in that universe? Does it stand alone?
Wonder Woman stands completely
Stands
alone.
alone.
Yeah.
And it's genius.
Amazing.
Right? Does Suicide Squad feel like it's part of that universe? No.
But they're both good
No,
films.
no, actually, no,
Just
you're right.
in
Yeah, actually, do you know what? Now I think about it, it does feel disjointed from the
Yeah.
rest of.
No,
they're-
no,
they're good.
it's further than that. Does Man of Steel feel like part of this universe?
I don't even remember anything about that film, to be fair.
Really? I know it's a starting point, but it doesn't. Even to the point where, Batman versus Superman is way more of a sequel to Man of Steel than a jumping off point for the fucking DC universe.
It is Man of Steel 2.
It's Man of Steel 2.
Yeah, you watch a
Even though Man of Steel 2 is currently in the writing stage.
you watch a Marvel film, you know you're watching a Marvel film, don't you?
Yeah.
And so they all do connect in a good way.
Yeah. They took the time.
DC,
Yeah, 10 years is what they took.
if you were to put them all together and watch them, you wouldn't necessarily think, oh, okay, they're all DC. Oh, sorry, they're all DC things.
Connected
If you weren't up with
Yeah,
the whole
weren't
thing,
connected.
They are too.
they're very, very different.
They're too keen to spunk their fucking load, right? Avengers didn't happen until we'd seen all of the key fucking people in their own movies.
Yep.
I'm telling you now, like, Justice League is going to be the premature ejaculation of fucking movie going. It's gonna be.
Is that a poster quote?
Yes, a poster quote. Because, like, people may have heard of Aquaman. But I'm telling you now, Cyborg is a deeper cut than they fucking realise.
Explain yourself.
Cyborg is a deeper cut than they... I did use English.
Yeah, but I don't understand what you mean, though, to be fair.
Well, you know, so, like, fucking... If you were to go, oh, comics, and you go, Batman.
Okay, he's a bigger character than people realise.
Right? Yeah, you can see Batman from the fucking service of comics.
Yeah.
Like, you say to anyone, Cyborg.
No, I knows him.
No, I know Cyborg.
But, yeah, no,
You know
I'm saying...
Cyborg, you know Cyborg.
Yeah, but outside of... Unless you're really into it...
A
you
commercial,
wouldn't know. Yeah.
worldwide, global audience.
Now, you could then argue, well, that's what they're doing it, so they can introduce him.
Put him on that stage.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who had heard of them?
That's about as deep a cut as it fucking gets, right?
Yeah.
Okay? And Guardians worked. Because people wanted to see something different from the same old character. Fucking Cyborg is an origin story that no one's fucking seen on a screen before. You're so keen to give us fucking origin stories. Jesus. There's an opportunity for a brand new one. Look. And you didn't take it. Yes, Wonder Woman's origin was the first time we've seen it on the big screen. But it is more common knowledge. But it was the first time to do it, and they got it, and it worked. You could do the same thing with Cyborg, and you could do the same thing with Aquaman, and you could do it before the thing, but you're just trying to get that fucking movie out before Ben Affleck leaves. Which you know, he could have already left.
Yeah, is the Batman... I've not read into it anymore as to whether or not this jeopardises the Batman in any way, or is the Batman the last thing he does, or...
Like, they've had to go back to script again.
Oh, have they indeed?
Yeah.
It's really not looking good at all, is it?
No. How clusterfucked is that if after twice you have to go to script again and you've lost 2 directors?
Is Matt Reeves now no longer involved?
I don't know. It's not confirmed.
He's doing really well at the moment.
They just need to strip everything back. Stop with this whole arty-farty. Let's make it look. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for.
Yes, Batman should be darker.
Yes, of course.
Both our mums' names are Martha.
But you don't. They just need to just keep it basic.
Yeah.
Stick to the stories that are there. Use the material that is already there.
Yeah.
And stop going off on this tangent that makes no sense whatsoever.
I'm telling you now, we're currently living in a universe where the 2 female movies will be better. Because Wonder Woman is the best thing to come out of DC since Nolan's trilogy. And
Captain Marvel
isn't DC.
No, I know, but Captain Marvel's coming also.
But
and
Joss Whedon's Batgirl will be great.
Yeah.
Do we know who has he picked a Batgirl yet?
Doesn't matter. It'll be the right person.
I know, but I'm just wondering if
yeah, he's great with casting the right.
He told everyone it was going to be Alicia Silverstone.
That would be highly amusing.
He doesn't mean it, people. He doesn't mean this is Joss Whedon being funny. This is how he is.
She could probably still get away with it just on the fact
probably
that how
because everybody
young
from
she
Clueless
looked.
never aged, did they? Never did.
No, I was about to say that, but I didn't need to.
Okay.
Point stealer.
Yes.
Paul Rudd.
What's going on right now?
Paul Rudd.
I know, we're having a fucking...
Paul Rudd. From Clueless to now.
Yes,
Exactly
quite
the
right.
same.
Yeah. Paul Rudd hasn't aged.
Donald Faison. Is that his name?
Faison.
Faison,
Faison.
yeah.
I haven't
Clueless
seen him
to
lately.
Scrubs. Still looks it. Stacey Dash.
Stacey Dash.
Just exactly
If
the
anything,
same.
she looks younger.
Yeah. It is. There's something about that movie.
Breckin Meyer still looks like Breckin Meyer.
They all.
That's true.
None of them have aged in any way, shape, or form.
The only thing is, Breckin Meyer might be shorter.
You do shrink as you get older. Though,
He
don't
is
you?
very short.
He might turn into nothing. Oh, he might shrink into nothingness soon.
I think that's why Seth Green likes him.
Oh,
What? Because they're both midgets.
I've just
Yes.
remembered
They
some more
could be
news.
trolls together with big hair.
It has been rumoured that Sylvester Stallone has turned in a draft for Creed 2, which Stallone's written it. Stallone is writing Creed 2 and he has submitted
Is
a
that a
draft
good thing or not,
which
though?
includes the use of Ivan Drago.
What?
Oh, good.
Everybody wants
Creed.
a montage.
Expendables 4. Fucking, like, honestly, this could be a good thing, it could be a fucking disaster. Because that's the way Stallone scripts go.
I really...
Yeah, they're very Marmite.
Yeah, well, this is... I understand where you're coming from about the 50-50 thing because let's not
I was being
forget...
generous with the 50-50 because it's actually kind of like 30-70.
Let's not forget that first script is why... Without that very first script, there'd be no Creed. But then there is, for
Rocky
every
IV.
Rocky,
I was going to say, which of the Rockies did he actually
write and direct.
write? Yeah.
Pretty much all of them.
They didn't direct.
No. One he didn't. 2, 3 and 4 he did. No. Hang on a minute. 5 he didn't.
5 he didn't. 4 he
Did
did.
you do the montage? The video
3?
montage?
Did he do 3? I don't think he did 2.
He did 3.
He didn't do 2.
So
He wrote on them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah.
wrote.
But they weren't
I think
his
he wrote them all,
complete.
didn't he?
Okay.
But, yeah, kind of. I don't know.
Not Creed.
I think MTV wrote number 4.
That's a montage.
He definitely wrote one, obviously, because it's one of the most famous stories about it.
It's Rocky 4.
I think one
An inspiration for Baby Driver.
interesting point. Rocky 3, 4, and 6. He definitely directed. Should we just look? Is it behind us?
Or, you people watching, let us know.
Yeah, they'll be behind
They're behind you. Look, it will tell you. I need to know this
Me
now.
too. I'm probably nearer.
They'll tell you. Oh, he's got it.
More awkward if you just around to grab it.
Hey!
We did it!
We did it! We did it!
Okay, first one. Right, written by Stallone, obviously.
And directed by Avildsen. Avildsen.
Avildsen, yeah.
Avildsen, thank you.
Yeah, second one. Rocky 2. Produced, written.
And directed by Sylvester
That's the
Stallone.
second one. Yeah, that's
So
his
2
second
was?
direction one. Yeah, 3 written and directed.
Cool.
Stallone. 4 written and directed by Stallone. 5
Sang the theme tune.
funny enough,
Wrote the theme tune.
weird, isn't it? Because 5's Avildsen again.
Yeah.
Which
But yeah, it just goes to show, Stallone is very hit and miss then.
yeah, just like Rocky's winning streak.
And then
Just
Rocky
depends-
Balboa, written and directed by Stallone.
It just depends whether you get him on a good day or not. It would
So
seem.
and then Creed obviously was Ryan Coogler, who's
That was-
busy right now cutting Black Panther
Ooh,
down from 4 hours.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
wow.
Yeah.
Should be great.
But Coogler is I believe still in line to direct, but Stallone is going to write. So
3 Expendables movies. I'm just saying, 3 Expendables movies.
I don't.
okay, so no, right. Let's look at this.
50%
Rocky,
of Rambo.
the original Rocky, is a 5-star movie.
Yeah, that's not even not even up for debate.
That's not even up for debate.
Yeah,
Rocky
it's
2.
a classic 70s.
What would you give
movie.
Rocky 2 out of 5?
3.
Rocky 3.
3.
Rocky 4.
1,
Rocky 5.
2.
Rocky
I
Balboa.
know people are going to go, you're fucking mad! But no, watch those films again.
Rocky Balboa.
4.
Creed.
5.
There you go.
I would generally agree with that.
Yeah.
I think.
We always thought that 4 was better than 5. A lot of people think 4 is their best movie. Those people are fucking dim.
Yeah, they either need to go back and rewatch it or just
God.
sort your
Don't be
life
wrong,
out.
it's a movie of its generation.
Yeah. But that doesn't
I
mean
love
it's good.
4, but in a guilty pleasure kind of way.
Yes, but
Like, I know I shouldn't.
It didn't used to be a guilty pleasure.
In a way, I know I really shouldn't, but I
It is
do.
a movie of the Cold War and the excess of the late 80s, and it is awful. It's MTV nonsense from beginning to end. Ivan Drago's a great bad guy. Just is. Even though he's not really the bad guy. Communism is. No. Cold War is. No. I don't know what the bad guy is. Coma that he goes into once, and no one tells him that he was asleep for 3 years between Rocky 4 and 5, because how else do you explain your kid fucking turned into a teenager in one fucking air trip?
Miracle Grove?
Fuck those. Like, Rocky got hit in the head hard, people. Like, they tried to get you to believe that shit. Like, I'm not saying 5's a masterpiece. I'm saying it's just slightly better than 4.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Ignore me.
Because, yeah, it's...
Maybe Rocky dies in 4 and all of the rest of it is him in heaven.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Or it's him in a coma and it's all a dream.
All of it, yeah. He never wakes up from it.
So 5 and Balboa and Creed are all a coma.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would really fuck with people's head, wasn't it?
Rocky didn't win against Drago. Drago
He's
basically fucking
dead.
brain deaded him. And all
He's
of this
lying
is going
in a
on his head.
hospital bed somewhere with everyone sitting around him stroking his face going, oh, Rocky.
Because otherwise,
wake
how
up,
do you
wake
explain
up."
his child goes from being 4 years old to a fucking smoking, earring wearing teenager in the space of one flight?
Yeah. Think about it. Think about it.
And remember, all of the first 5 Rocky movies take place exactly straight after the last one, because they always start and finish on the same fight.
It's got you thinking now, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And the repercussions of.
And everything from that, you know, it's kind of how he envisions everything would have gone.
It might have even been killed by Clubber Lang in 3, because let's face it, that fucking robot that Paulie's having sex with, like, that's got to be in a dream. Because literally, that's when the realism ends, isn't it? Is 3.
Yeah,
For a
I
little
guess.
while,
Yeah,
until
I mean,
Balboa.
the first one is probably one of the most raw and real stories,
70s movies.
and
It's up there with like Serpico and fucking
it's
things like that.
art imitating life. It's a
Yeah.
metaphor for his journey into Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's literally so on the nose, and the struggle that he went through as well. And yet, it's probably the interesting thing about it is some of the, especially Rocky 4, has kind of got all the bells and whistles, and like you say, it's a movie that's a product of its time very much. But Rocky 1 is very stripped back, and it's a very human story.
Mm.
And that's why,
And I think that's why it's the best one.
Yeah, and then, like you said,
Certainly.
you get on to robot fucking and all sorts.
Which is why
of it.
Creed works, because then it strips it
Don't
back
tell
to...
me he's not fucking that robot. He purposely gave it a female voice. And it acts like it's his wife.
That's just fucking weird.
None of that's in Creed, which is great.
You forget all this shit, and then someone points it out to you.
Happy birthday, Polly.
Yeah. It's all those fucking robotic sound effects from Revenge of the Nerds and shit going on. What the fuck is that about? This all happens just after fucking, like, Apollo dies, doesn't it? Fucking cheerful shit.
I am interested,
Pretty
though,
depressing,
in
really.
but even still, the idea that Stallone has written a script for Creed 2, and it involves Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago,
Right.
is
Could be
interesting.
interesting.
Rocky 4, you have a
What's-
scene, and then there's a montage telling you about that scene, right? And then you have a scene, and then there's a montage telling you about that scene and a little bit about the scene before. And then you have a scene, then you have another montage, and then you have another montage. And then Rocky fights Drago.
I'm wondering
Should it be
what the
called
montage-
Rocky 4 Montages?
it could be Rocky 4 montage. There is the amount of montages in that film.
pretty,
And the montages also, generally, sometimes, last longer than the scenes they're based on.
Yeah, I noticed that. Very, yeah.
It's fucking one music video after the other. Like, they
Even
were selling
Rocky
the
needs
album.
less montage.
Oh. It's crazy. And I love a sports montage. It's kind of the fucking thing to do. Is
You
have a
need
sports
them.
Yeah, they're great. Right? Have some more of that. So, but
But not too many.
not too much. Like one is good. One montage per movie.
But what is the bet that this new film will be the child of...
No, see, I wouldn't go there.
Who's directing?
Oh, it just makes
I
me
think
wonder
Coogler is still directing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're just
I think
gonna
this
do
is
sort of a bit of a
just.
cop-out.
I think this is. I heard again. This is rumor, not fact. But I heard it's because Coogler's kind of dealing with Black Panther right now, and maybe wants to move on to Creed and have kind of not everything ready for him.
Yeah.
But you know, like so. And Sly said from the beginning that he wanted to write a sequel, and Coogler was completely fine with that idea, of course, because Stallone is the godfather
Yeah.
of Rocky.
If
Rocky,
Stallone
isn't
says
he?
I want to write a Rocky movie, you cannot say no.
That's quite
It's
right.
his property.
Exactly.
He owns it.
Yeah.
Like,
But like you said, he's very
It's
hit
his
and miss.
IP.
So is it going to be another epic like Creed was?
Mm.
Or is it just going to be a load of montages?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
I don't
Because
think
there are
anyone could
still
call
things
it.
you can. There is mileage in the Creed story.
yeah, no, it's
Oh,
great.
definitely.
Love it.
So
Right, and like Drago can be in it. He can just sort of be there for whatever reason. I don't know how that'll work. You know, Clubber Lang was supposed to be in the Rocky Balboa movie and never was.
oh really?
That was definitely going to happen.
Mr. T say no.
I don't know. I don't know whether he said no or whether there was complications with his cancer or some shit like that. You know, because he was very ill at that time. Like,
That's a pretty good reason not to do it.
but I think that was also the reason that Stallone wanted him to be in it.
Oh, okay.
You know, in case things went south. Which, thank God, they didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that man may be batshit, but he's entertaining and he seems
Oh,
like a nice
definitely.
dude. He's batshit as fuck, though.
But in a really entertaining way.
I
Yeah.
love him.
If you really want to see how batshit he is, go check out his WWE Hall of Fame acceptance speech. That's some funny shit. You think you love your mum? Jeez, you don't love your mum. You hate her in comparison to how much this guy loves his mum.
You know how
Amazing.
much John loves cats?
Yeah.
What?
This is...
Well, I don't think that's right. I don't think he wants to molest his own mum.
Oh.
Each to their own.
No, that's terrible.
Ed a pussy.
Oh, what?
I was proud of that one.
That was really good. Can I?
Combine the two.
What did I want?
I was really pleased with that.
Say it again, motherfucker. What was it?
Ed a pussy.
Oedipus.
Oh, it's making me cry.
What?
Oh, I'm not going to explain it to you.
Oedipus, as in Oedipus.
Yes.
Yes.
Oedipus. Oh.
Yes.
Combine the two, the cat and mum loving.
Oh. Oh no.
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 Did you hear that? That was the penny dropping.
No.
Yeah.
That made me cry.
That was good.
Oh,
I
that was
pleased with
good.
that.
Oh.
Yeah. So, alright. So,
I'm not pleased with it. But we'll move on.
so, is there anything you're hoping that they'll talk about this weekend at Comic Con?
I'm hoping they'll release the trailer for Infinity War to us
You can watch it. It's
that
online.
are not Comic Con.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Whether they will or not, we don't know. Maybe they have just been saving it for that week. So
Yeah, well, it makes sense that they didn't after D23. They didn't release it. That makes tons of
even
sense.
though we've
'cause
probably all seen it by now. We have all seen it.
if you've paid good money to be at Comic Con, then obviously you're going to want to have exclusive access to that. I get that. I get them not releasing it this week.
Some people
but they
manage to
need
record some really good HD copies. They're online. I'm not condoning it, but they're there, so you might as well watch them.
I'm saving myself.
The thing is, do you think with having, what is it, D23?
The week before.
The week before
It's
has
taken
kind
the
of-
heat out of the Comic Con.
Because normally when Comic Con's coming around,
Everyone's
that
excited.
and there's buzz about something.
We're sat
there
up all
hasn't-
weekend
But that hasn't
as well.
really-
Normally we're sat up all weekend. aren't
Well, I
we?
think it also goes back to E3 as well, because E3 was kind of a fucking letdown this year, and generally it's the thing that gets you excited for the Expo season. because it's normally the
there
first
just
stop.
doesn't seem to be a lot of buzz about anything going on at the
No.
moment. It's all
There's a lot. We're oversaturated, and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Hollywood show us some more shit that we don't really fucking want to see, but they're gonna make it anyway. And the stuff that we do want to get interested in, like new things, we're probably not going to see. I'd like to see Stranger Things there. That would be good.
I think they are there.
Yeah, so I'm
I've heard
interested in
things.
seeing some of that. I don't want to hear anything about what's going on. I just want to see those people because I find them entertaining. Like, I think that would be a fun panel.
But that could work because it's TV heavy this year. So.
Yeah, it's going to be present there, so I'm interested to see how that goes. I'm hoping we'll get to hear more about the gunslinger, which has me very erect. Like, I think it's going to be very, very good.
Yes, it does.
So looking forward to that.
You're the biggest
How
fan
many
of Stephen
people-
King I
yeah,
know.
yeah. So, because what a lot of people don't realise, I'm sure some of you may have seen The Stand or read The Stand, and all the rest of it. And did you know that the main bad guy then that is also Matthew McConaughey's character from like the
Dark Tower
series?
Wow.
Yeah, it's all the same dude. He's the big evil in King's own mental universe.
Very exciting.
It's his idea of the
Evil.
devil and
Yeah.
evil. So yeah, it's very, very cool. So if you're really in a hurry to see some of this stuff and you don't want to read any books but you want to get that sort of kick done, go and watch The Stand again. So it'll sort of give you an idea of what that character's like. So the crossover between magic and evil and real life and fantasy. It's very, very cool.
I am really looking forward to Dark Tower actually.
Yeah.
I saw a full length trailer recently and I was like, this looks
It does look
fantastic.
pretty awesome.
It does look good.
Yeah.
I saw
And
that-
Idris
they had it
as
at the
well.
cinema, didn't they? The latest trailer.
Yeah.
Idris
yes.
is awesome.
Alright, Baby Driver debate. Apparently Sony really want right to do a second Baby Driver. Should he?
No.
No, I agree. Well, that was a great debate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what? For me,
like True Romance.
It's I really don't know, because they shouldn't do it because it was such an awesome film.
Yeah.
They should do it because it was such an awesome film.
I think Like True Romance is a moment in time and it should stay locked there.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that point.
Some things
But
don't
there's
need
still
sequels.
part of me that thinks I was so invested in it.
You'd watch the characters again.
I want
of
to
course.
know what's going to happen next.
This is the
This
is the beauty of human beings, right? You get the amount of people that go, it's fantastic that, like, we've finally got a new idea and it's out there on its own and it's not just repeating things we've seen before. And it's like, now give us another one!
no.
That's what a lot of people are being like.
Yeah, I
but
don't think
that
there
doesn't-
should be another
All these
one.
things that are franchises, give me more!
Yeah, but that doesn't say
That's how
that
these
doesn't mean we
franchises
want.
start.
That doesn't mean we want a franchise just because we want to know what would happen next in that one story.
I think it's a beautiful moment. It's perfect lightning in a bottle, and it's a moment in time that was beautifully done, beautifully captured. And I think it will absolutely know. I said before when we were building up to it that it looks like it could be one of those Pulp Fiction-y movies that you see a poster of in everyone's bedroom.
Mhm.
It is that movie, and that's now been confirmed.
Yeah, no,
But
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of old Tarantino stuff. Like
Yeah.
we said, like we were watching Natural Born Killers, the Oliver Stone thing, and the second Woody Harrelson shaves his head, I was like, oh fuck, that was the poster of 1994.
It was. With
it was the
with
poster
red
of 1994 with the
glasses
red glasses. Yeah,
yeah.
quite correct.
Yeah,
Quite correct.
like even though at no point in that movie did those two things exist at the same time, because he's either got the round red glasses and long hair, or he's
Or
bald
shaved
and he's
head.
not wearing
Mm.
he's not wearing glasses. It was an absolute poster shot.
Mm.
It was a promo shot only. At no point is that in the movie, but it was the image for teenage rebellion of that year.
It was indeed.
Same as like 95 was Train Spotting.
Mm-hmm.
And in between that, obviously, the Reservoir Dogs Pulp Fiction posters. But they were two massive, massive film posters for that time.
That people owned.
Yeah.
We all had one.
But yeah, I don't think I want another Baby Driver. I'm not saying if they made one, I wouldn't go and see it. Of course I would. But Hangover was genius.
And yeah.
Jaws was genius.
Yeah.
All of these things are tainted by the taints that came after them. Is that where the term tainted comes from?
Taints. Like a pig's
I'm pretty sure that's where tainted comes from, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Don't know.
I mean, this is so bad. It's like the bit between your balls and your asshole.
Is that what it is?
What?
Jaws
3.
Yeah.
That's what taint is, yeah.
I never knew
Jaws
that.
3 is
Or a
terrible.
gooch, or
Really
I
bad.
don't
Jaws
think I
3 is
wanted to know
awful.
that.
Mm.
Yeah, but then there are other films that...
Jaws 2's pretty bad. It's not great. It's not the worst, because it's not. Because that's Jaws the Revenge.
We always argue about this, and I always say I think
Mario
Jaws
Van
3 is
Peebles.
worse than Jaws 4.
Mario Van Peebles. Trying to do a Jamaican accent. Jesus Christ. A shark that is literally hunting down the mother of the kids and the wife, the sheriff.
I'd be pretty pissed
It's
off,
hunting
though.
down and taking
if-
out this family one by one. This shark that has no possible way of knowing where it lives on, where they live on land, or where they fly in aeroplanes. A shark.
That's why he's hunting them down.
The shark that follows them from Amityville to the fucking Caribbean. And she flew there by plane. So a shark that got her plane details.
It's a serial killer movie.
It's shit. Right. Okay. So Jaws 3D, which is what it was. Jaws 3D.
It was.
Right. And yes,
I
it has
remember
those
the- I remember the old
terrible.
school
Where they
glasses.
just all they've done is they've just flipped the shot over. Fucking incoming of Jaws. You get that a lot in that movie.
Yeah.
But you know, it's kind of a cool idea. So
If you watch it in 3D.
No. I'm saying the concept was kind of a cool idea, right? You're in like a giant fucking underwater water park.
Yeah.
Like so much so that fucking they basically did it again. It was called Deep Blue Sea.
Well, I like Deep Blue Sea.
Exactly my point. So if the concept of Jaws 3 is better than the concept of Jaws 4, both of which failed on their own concepts, that makes Jaws 3 better than Jaws 4.
Because Deep Blue Sea was actually quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
Tom Jane's in that movie.
So Samuel L. Jackson.
Pissing in the wind.
Spoiler, it's a great death.
I forgot about that, actually.
It's
It's
the
a
bit
great
that, oh look, it's Samuel L. Jackson. He's the star of this movie. He's dead.
Talking about Samuel L.
Oh, spoiler
Jackson,
alert.
I saw
I did say that.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear that,
Do you know I
sorry.
watched Goodfellas again last night and completely forgot that Sam Jackson's in it?
Yeah. He's just in the background. He's really skinny in that movie.
He is, but I
That's
love
before
that.
he started eating because he didn't have any work. Like, like, literally, he's not in much at all before then.
No, he's not. That's what I mean. I was
I
like, is
think-
this the
I
first?
just
Goodfellas
assumed
is
that he'd
even
always
before
been
Amos and
around.
Andrews, isn't it? Like,
I remember, yeah, I was just thinking, wow, Sam Jackson's in this movie. I
he's
completely
in
forgot.
movies in the 80s.
I
Jobbing
fucking-
backgrounder.
I love that dude. I really do.
Yeah, he's great.
He is awesome.
So,
We'll be seeing more of him soon in Captain Marvel.
is he actually going to be in there?
Yeah, he's going to be in it.
Oh, good.
So I'm happy about.
So did you see they revealed some footage for The Punisher?
I haven't seen
But
the footage.
It might
but-
not be footage for The Punisher.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know
Because
if
it's-
Punisher things happened, but I don't know what.
It could be because Punisher is not long after Defenders, but it is also just locked onto the end of the Defenders fucking trailer with Stan Lee.
It is, yeah.
The quote is, "Looks like I arrived on time." So is
What, as in a Marvel Cinematic Universe reference?
well, it looks like he might be in the Defenders because we know Elektra is.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah.
So I'm thinking that maybe he might be in there towards the end of the Defenders, which would then lead him nicely into his own series for series 1 of like Punisher. So it's possible.
I
It's a
completely
weird
overshot
place.
that.
It's
didn't
a
I?
weird place to put some footage of the Punisher, especially it's just like a 5. It's not even that. It's like 3 seconds of just seeing him.
I
walking.
saw that looking at the camera.
That's the whole
saying,
footage.
Looks like I arrived
That's
just
the
in
whole
time.
footage, and it's chucked on at the end of the Korean Stanley fucking Defenders.
Yeah, I saw
trailer.
that, which was really nice. I like that.
So you
what
saw
does
it?
it mean?
So I did see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you'd seen something I didn't see.
No one's seen anything else.
No, I saw that too.
But yeah, so he's either in Defenders or it's a case of they're just saying, look, and then after that Punisher is coming. Either way,
I
kind
think
of
he
works.
should. I think he's going to make some sort of appearance because it nicely promos the Punisher series,
Yeah.
even if it's a cameo appearance. It works.
It's possible.
It works. It works for them, and I think they should do it. I think Defenders is going to be a huge
weird
deal.
that there's going to be like 8 episodes.
Even still.
No, I mean like everything else gets 12 to 13.
Yeah.
Even to the point where it probably shouldn't get 12 to 13, and then the thing with more of them in it gets less time.
That's still 8 hours though, which is Avengers is only 2 hours.
Yes, but they managed to get 13 hours out of Iron Fist.
Yeah, there is that.
Wouldn't you rather have those two things all the way around? Because
I think Iron Fist would have been better at just 8 episodes.
I said that at the time. Like
Yeah.
there were like at least 4 episodes worth
Yeah.
of stuff where you're thinking they're just fucking clamoring for time now. They're just trying to fill that space.
There are a lot of TV shows like that you can tell when a filler episode happens. But then there are other TV shows that are just consistently on it every episode, and you want more episodes. Like
Game of
Blacklist.
Thrones.
And Game of Thrones.
John hasn't seen it, but we're going to talk about it because it's fucking big news.
Let's talk about it.
How good was it?
Run it down. Stuff might get spoiled.
Stuff is going to get spoiled.
All right, stuff's getting spoiled.
Right.
Right, can I just start?
No, you've had shit on your hands.
Oh, what?
The beginning.
That's what happens when I wank your dick. All that old man shit on your knob.
Oh. You were saying? Can you
Just
move
trying to
along? What?
I'm
Right.
just trying to
Can I
keep
say
his
something?
stomach
I'm gonna-
down. Right,
Ah.
yeah. I didn't know whether you were stopping John. Right.
Oh, stop it from hearing.
That's
Beginning.
all right. I
Because you need to begin by talking about the ending of last season, which he still hasn't seen either.
Oh, okay, well, okay.
Right.
Oh, like the recap.
Right, so Aya kills everybody, and this started obviously with
That's fucking girl power.
yeah, she
At the finest.
she kills Frey, Walter Frey, and then like by feeding him his own sons in a pie. This is genius, and then
He did deserve it,
stirs
though.
his face, summons all of his men together, and then poisons all in one go.
It's and the way it was set out, the way they were, it was very reminiscent of
The
the
Red
Red
Wedding.
Wedding.
Yeah.
Like the whole way it was shot, the placing of everybody.
Yeah.
It just
Oh, it's fucking great, is what it was.
amazing.
And that was the beginning. That's the opening scene. Aya
Yeah,
kills.
I would have been quite happy with just that. To be fair,
Aya kills everyone. Like
yeah, she just fucking takes them out and says, "Take that, you bastards."
yeah, except for the girls that live there. She doesn't kill the
Yeah,
women.
yeah, and to the point that the girls go to drink it, don't
She's
they?
like,
And
no.
she's no,
You can't have that. You're ugly.
Yeah.
I think it's something like that. She says.
yeah. I
So it
can't
sounds like
remember.
it. So it sounds like it's him.
Yeah,
But it's great. He's going to be Doctor Who again. And then, like Cersei's walking on a big map. She's got the floor.
yeah.
she
There's
can.
there's been a lot of
It's like yeah.
debate on that scene.
Cersei's fucked.
Does it mean something
She's-
of where she was standing and
She is.
stuff like
She is
this?
literally standing in the middle of the biggest shitstorm Westeros has ever seen.
she has people coming from all sides, but she still thinks that she's going to take them all on and be fine.
The only
She's
person who
delusional.
might be in a worse situation than her is Jon Snow. Because he's standing between them and the fucking White Walkers.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be a good idea to just go, hold on a minute, fill your boots, we'll fucking take the winners.
That would work.
We'll just go hide behind them, let them walk through. And then,
Maybe that's what they'll do.
well,
Hey,
they'll get killed by fucking dragons.
Nearly.
That's how that
the
went.
dragons are gonna.
Because dragons are coming from one side and the fucking people made of
And-
ice are coming from the other.
But while she's on the map, she's talking to Jamie, isn't she?
Yeah.
And for me, I thought
Tits and dragons.
Jamie.
tits and
It almost
dragons.
seems like Jamie is starting to realise she is pretty delusional.
Yeah.
You know what she says shouldn't really go, and hopefully he's gonna start thinking with his own mind and not his penis.
Yes, have some.
Yes, it's a case of, like, all his kids are dead now.
Or his incestuous.
And she's not letting him even fucking, like, talk about it or
No,
mourn.
he can't. Yeah, I was going to say he's not allowed to mourn.
He was
or-
never allowed to mourn before because it was, like, not allowed for him to even have done it, so he can't acknowledge that he's
Yeah.
feeling the pain he was feeling. And she's certainly not going to fucking let him even do it behind closed doors.
She's fucking evil.
And then, like, Pirate King fucking Greyjoy turns up. And he tries to fuck Cersei, but he's going to get her a present first, and that was genius. Like, it was a great moment.
Yeah.
Like, he was well entertaining in that.
Yeah.
So he's got an army of the sea, a navy. That's the word I was looking for. That is going to be big enough to take on whatever like Targaryens have got. So that could be fucking good as well in the sea battles.
Yeah.
Like, Daenerys is sitting on a fucking shit ton of fucking dragon glass. Turns out, and they need dragon glass to kill White Walkers.
Yes.
So makes sense, you know. So that's good. And Mormont sticks his hand out. It's all there. It's all covered in fucking stone and like dragon fucking scale and shit.
Fucked up by now, isn't he?
Yeah, and like looks like Sam's going to be able to help him. If you look closely at the book, it was talking about that. So probably those two are either going to fight their way back to either Daenerys or Jon. It's going to go one way or the other. Probably
Yeah.
Daenerys first, because Sam's going to need the dragon glass to go to. I don't know how the fuck
It's
that.
it's all
it's
there's
fucking
so
great.
much going on.
Yeah. And what we've even said doesn't even spoil it. Like, because it was
Not
fucking.
really.
Not really. Most of that shit was in trailers and stuff. But check it out, it's awesome.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You may uncover your ears now.
I didn't. By the way, I wasn't.
Preacher was good as well.
I didn't mean to hum to overdo what you were saying, but if I could then only hear that,
Okay.
that's why I was humming. Because then I can
Alternatively-
only humming.
Watch Game of Thrones.
Alternatively, watch Game of Thrones.
Yes.
That works because now I am readied.
You really should watch it though.
I love it.
You're only a
It's
season
great.
behind.
No, I am only a season
Yeah.
behind. I actually enjoy it. I think it's
Well, thought
fantastic.
yourself-
It's
oh,
fantastic
question,
television.
Question of the week.
You can do that in 3 nights.
Easily.
Question of the week. Have you watched Jessica Jones yet?
Nearly.
Oh, so you've started it.
No.
you came close to
Nearly.
it.
I'm going back through.
Oh,
it.
nearly.
No, I'm going back through Daredevil.
Oh, that's fair enough. We did the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still though, a year on.
Yeah.
All right. Still not Jeans Goes Recon long, is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's getting that way.
But yeah, the current countdown is 3 weeks till Defenders.
3 weeks till Defenders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That should be good. What's on the 8th of August? Something big is on the 8th of August. Oh, I've forgotten.
Something spectacular. It's not Defenders though, is it? Because that's more like middle August.
Oh, something.
I know what you're on about.
I don't. I'm gonna play dumb guy.
No.
No, that's not going to be until like October.
Play the dumb guy.
I'm
Thank you very much.
8th of August.
pretty sure there's something.
People, help us. What's on the 8th of August? Is it a
Um,
new series or a week?
I don't know.
I think I'm out.
We're 8 days away from Rick and Morty.
Hey!
There's something coming soon. I know the tick starts on the 25th of August on Amazon. That'll be worth a watch. That's more comic book news. Peter Serafinowicz. It's going to be funny
Comic
as fuck,
books
that
have
is.
taken
There you
over
go.
the world though, and
They
that's
have.
good.
Gifted looks really good. That's coming soon, and there's plenty of stuff on that at the moment. Going on at Comic Con, there's a new trailer for that and the Inhumans. Maybe we'll see something about the Runaways this year at Comic Con.
Possibly.
Because that's only 2018, that's supposed to be coming out on Hulu. So Runaways, for anyone who doesn't know, is about a load of teenagers who turns out their parents are supervillains. So they run away from home because they don't want
As
anything to
you
do
do.
with that. And one of them's got a pet fucking raptor.
That would be fucking awesome.
It's going to be great. But you're looking forward to Lockjaw in Inhumans, aren't you?
Yes.
He's the giant dog.
Yes, I want him.
Yeah.
There it is.
And Not Jesus Christ is in it. The guy that looks like Jim Caviezel but isn't.
Oh, right. Thank you for clearing that up because I didn't know if that was him or it
Anson
wasn't.
Mount, is it?
Sorry?
Anson Mount?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
not Jim Caviezel. He does look like Jim Caviezel.
But he's not.
So,
And he's not Jesus.
yes. Because Jim Caviezel is Jesus. That's
But
what
he
that's
sound-
juicy.
But he sounds like somewhere where Jesus would give a sermon.
We
Yes.
don't hear Black Bolt. He's got magic powers. He'll kill us all if he talks. Because he's an Inhuman.
Mm-hmm.
He's king of it. How the fuck do you become fucking voted king of the Inhumans?
And you're not allowed to talk.
That's because you can kill everyone if you
Yeah, that's-
Fear says you will be our leader.
It's a pretty good way to take over, though, I think.
But it also means all of his actions are well thought out because he can't just run his mouth. So everything he does, he's got to think it through. He can't
like
just,
that.
he's not reactionary. He can't just blast out because if he does, he can kill everyone. You know, and the animated hair of like Medusa's going to be fucking great. It's just going to kill people with your hair.
That would be... Oh, I'd love to be able to do that.
I think it's like a reddy purple colour. Like, you should
I
like
can
it.
kill people. I can kill you with my hair.
And of course, Ramsay Bolton is in it. As a bad guy. I'm not saying he's been typecasted. Which is weird when you think of Misfits. He was one of the only good guys in Misfits. He
But he
turns out to
was
be
so
the best hero.
good
Even though he
at
did
being
kill
a bad
people
guy.
in that. But yeah. Nah, that guy is great.
That guy was
The world's most
he
evil
was
hobbit.
so evil.
That's what he looks like.
He does.
Doesn't he?
He does. Bless him. He's great. I love him to bits. I can watch him on screen all the time. He's just electric on screen. Very difficult not to watch when he's on. He just demands the camera.
Which is good.
Because he's evil.
He's very, very good in Game of
He's
Thrones.
very, very cool.
He is. Right. I think
I think we're good.
we're good.
I think we're good. Comic-Con. So yeah, that's happening. Go watch it.
Wrap that up.
SDCC. Hit that in your fucking like search engine up there, and then
You will find many
all sorts of
opportunities.
shit in there.
And go and see Dunkirk. Because it's great.
Yeah, Dunkirk's good. Like
Give it a 5.
One Direction's in there. At least one of them is.
And he can act, which is a refreshing revelation. He can act. Harry Styles can act.
How long is he in it? Is he in it quite a lot?
He's got a character, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's great.
He's not
Yeah.
just David Beckham. Right?
No, it's not a cameo.
Does he actually speak
No, he's
and
involved.
stuff?
Yeah, he's involved.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
very impressive.
He's
then.
great, and I was very impressed by him. So well done. Absolutely. Yeah, 5 stars for that movie. Go see that. It's great.
Tom Hardy
Wow.
was playing it.
Tom Hardy stills this.
Oh, I love Tom Hardy.
But anyway.
He's basically got his. Does that mean that fucking Harry Styles could become one of fucking like his actors? Because he's
Nolan has
he
an
does
alumni,
very
doesn't he?
loyal
He
to
does,
his fucking
yeah.
actors.
Yeah, he does.
He could be onto something
I mean,
then.
Murphy and fucking. What did you say? Hardy are both.
Yeah, and there's a cameo in there
just
as
about
well.
everything he's done since he had them for the first time.
There's a cameo in there.
Is it Michael Caine?
Yeah.
There we go. Spoiler. Michael Caine confirmed. It's not a spoiler. It's a fucking Christopher Nolan movie.
He's
Of
got
course
to be in
he's
there
in it.
somewhere, yeah.
It's
Even if he
lucky
just pops
fucking
out
charm.
at the corner, he
Caine
just
is
pops
credit.
out.
Caine is credited.
Name a Michael. Name a fucking movie of Nolan's without him. It's Memento. That's it. Like,
Yeah, I guess it is.
it's
Yeah.
the only one.
Yeah, they're very fond of each other, aren't they? There's a genuine respect for each other's craft there. So yeah, it comes as absolutely no surprise that you'll discover that Michael Caine is part of the ensemble, but not in the way you'd expect, which is interesting. But yeah, great film, fantastic. Just slot that in on you.
Yeah.
Go see that. Nolan does not disappoint.
Dunkirk
Yet again.
Spirit.
Dunkirk Spirit. Yeah, the invention of Dunkirk Spirit. You get to see all that occur. It's intense though, very very
I would
intense.
imagine, yeah.
Yeah, I've never left a cinema like visibly shaking before. That was a new one. First
Nice.
time. So Christopher Nolan, thank you very much for that.
It's
That was
a
the
great
first time
tale of
ever.
British bravery, you know, before the fucking final push of the war. Really, it's it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
And-
I think
it's
the fact that
respectfully
that it has happened, I think, makes it so much more intense.
And he's done that respectfully. It isn't some dramatic
Good.
Hollywood cash in. It's
Good.
It's Christopher Nolan doing what he does best. Intense, up close, and he kind of goes out of his way to make you feel like
a wit.
goes out of his way to make you feel like you're there, and that you went through it with them in that moment. That's how good it is.
Cool.
So yeah,
Definitely want to see that.
absolutely, go see that.
Oh,
But yeah, I think we're.
other stuff I want to see. I want to see
Okay,
that American Assassin.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, real bad.
Yeah.
I was
actually.
like, wow,
Yeah.
that looks
I know,
fucking
with Keaton.
great.
Michael
Yeah.
Keaton. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the one that I want to see with Tom Cruise?
American Made.
Yeah,
Made.
that
American
looks
everything.
really funny.
I know. It looks fucking like so much better than anything he's done in a while.
Yeah.
Because everything
no,
else
it-
looks like a Tom Cruise movie, whereas
This is he's stepping outside.
it looks
of
like a
his-
movie.
Yeah, no, it looks really
Yeah.
good.
Tom Cruise in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks more like Night and Day than anything else he's done recently. just with like more drugs and guns.
And not
And it's based on a true story, allegedly.
Allegedly, up to a certain point, probably.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I really liked the look of that American Assassin. I
Good
saw
looking.
that trailer. Oh, and fucking, name's gone. Point Break, director.
Oh.
Used to suck off Cameron.
Catherine Bigelow.
Bigelow. Her new movie. Wow. Fucking John Boyega.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
the Detroit one.
And Will Poulter. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's just called Detroit, thank you.
It is just called Detroit.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I was trying to remember the name of it. I know it's in Detroit, but then you said it out loud. No, this is what it's called.
It
That
is
looks
from the-
fucking intense.
Yeah, even from the trailer, I was like, wow.
She doesn't do anything very often, but then when she does, she just
hits
pummels.
everything out of the fucking park. Point Break, one of my favourite movies of all time. Near Dark, one of the best vampire movies of the last 30 years. Fuck your Twilight. Fucking see fucking Near
Hurt
Dark.
Locker.
Hurt Locker. Amazing. Everything
Renner,
she does.
with Renner, yeah, it's great.
Everything she does is like Zero Dark 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's fucking
Was
great.
that Renner? Which one was Renner? Hurt Locker or?
Hurt Locker was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, she's a fantastic director. She's brilliant. And this might be the fucking darkest, most intense thing she's done, just from that trailer alone.
It made me feel uncomfortable just watching the trailer, which probably sounds odd, but
Will Poulter comes across as so evil in that thing. Just
and
everything in his
it
eyes.
just shows how far he's come.
Yeah.
And that he's holding his own in Hollywood now.
And clever of John Boyega to be going after a movie like this. I'm glad he got it, but to be going after a movie like this, whilst on the other hand he's going in like he's massive in a thing that generally only one star came out of in the past. Out of all of those people over fucking 6 movies, 1 star came out of it. You know. There are other people that are quite famous. Mark Hamill was quite famous, and Carrie Fisher, God bless her, was quite famous. But there is only one Harrison Ford, and there was a bunch of people in that movie.
Harrison fucking Ford.
You know what I mean? So,
Boyega
John
to
Boyega to
Detroit,
and also something like this to show his acting chops at a time where he can. I mean, because not everyone's seen stuff like Attack the Block. It's not taken very seriously, and that's a much better movie than it gets the credit for. And that is John Boyega's debut, even though everyone fucking seems to think it was Star Wars, and it wasn't. And like something like this is going to show what a good actor he is and what the small nuances he takes into the character of Finn can do. But generally, Star Wars is too big, and it's going to eat up a lot of these actors alive. We may never see Daisy Ridley again. You know what I mean?
Oh well, what a shame. Never
And
mind.
This isn't a criticism. Like it's just the way these movies go. They're too big. Like with the.
Pacific Rim 2, they just dropped a trailer for with him as the lead
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. He's got all of this stuff going for him. I mean, he's doing well. He's jumping on it while he can. He and these guys seem to be. Oh, what's his fucking name? Apocalypse. Cameron Poe.
Oscar Isaacs.
Oscar Isaacs. They both seem to be like taking this on really well. The other people seem to, outside of Star Wars, seem to have sort of disappeared. You're not really seeing them pop up and stuff. Oscar Isaacs has been in like 4 or 5 really good movies. And X-Men Apocalypse. I mean, check out Ex Machina. Like, that's a really good performance from Oscar Isaacs. Like, it's top notch. X-Men, not so good. But, you know, he's in it. It's a big franchise. It gets him out there. So these two seem to be doing this thing really well.
They're really carrying it well.
Whereas
and opportunities.
What's his face? Mini Drivers. That's not his name. That's the woman.
Mini Driver is a woman. You're looking at Baby Driver.
No, what's his face? Kylo Ren.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Got there in the end.
Yeah. He was doing quite well on TV and like little indie films, and then Star Wars has happened, and he's been seen a lot less of.
Mm.
Did he
do a lot with SNL as well?
No, he did.
Or was that
He
afterwards?
that was just he presented it once. After
He's
Star Wars.
doing
Okay.
he's not doing so bad. I mean, he did Midnight Special, which was really, really good. He did something else, and then he's currently coming up in the movie with Channing Tatum, and he plays the brother of Channing Tatum with Daniel Craig as the villain.
I'm just saying the amount of movies he's doing before was bigger than the amount of movies
With Steven
he's done
Soderbergh.
afterwards. It's just the wrong direction.
And it's a shame because you do find a lot of talent in these films.
Yeah, and generally,
And it
but
kinda
it's
kills
clever
them
that
off.
Boyega is getting out after these films whilst he can, and it's down to his talent that he's getting them. I mean,
Good on him.
he's electric on screen in the trailer alone. Go check out the trailer for Detroit now. Like seriously,
Go it.
it's electric. I said use the word electric. I'm going to use it again. It's the fucking greatest way to describe it. It does give you goosebumps. It does make you uncomfortable, and it does make you want to see this movie. Already, you're looking at it and you're thinking that's going to be one of the fucking Oscars.
Oh, big time. If it's not,
And yet, all
there's
of what you
something-
just said sounds like you're describing Dunkirk.
Yeah,
And for exactly the same reasons.
Dunkirk will probably sweep up at the BAFTAs, but
I think. Do you know what Dunkirk? Quite
Americans
honestly,
aren't very aware of all that shit. So
quite honestly,
it
I
won't
They
think.
don't do history, do they?
No.
But I think Dunkirk is the first film that I confidently walked out of and went, "That's going to take every award that comes through."
All the BAFTAs next year will be Dunkirk and Baby Driver, and I think Detroit and everything will take the Golden Globes and the
And I think they're all very
Oscars.
deserving films. So.
Oh yeah.
because Americans and British history, they just don't fucking understand it, and they just don't like British directors very much over there. Whereas BAFTA are quite fucking solely to just go, we love British directors, that's why it's British, we're going to choose whatever's British before we choose what's best. Even though they'll be right this year.
Yeah, big up those British directors.
Okay.
Alright, we're good.
Right, that's
Bye
that was
then.
it. Yes, tatas.
Thank you very much if you're still with us. Thank you for joining us this far.
Don't forget to fist your duck.
Yeah.
What she likes.